All right, folks, it's a beautiful day at the old ballpark. So put your mustard on that dog, grab that bag of peanuts, sip that cold one, and let's meet our Tiger of the Day.
Today's Tiger video is Akil Baddoo. He is represented by a 2022 Panini Capstone, Summit Signatures, slabbed by Stats Grading. You ever see a player show up out of nowhere and in 3 games turn into a legend? Because in Detroit, Akil Baddoo didn't just debut, he detonated onto the scene. And the craziest part, the Tigers didn't trade for him. They didn't develop him in their system. They basically grabbed him through a baseball cheat code called the Rule 5 draft. Today, we're diving into Akil Baddoo's Tiger story, how he became an instant fan favorite, why the league adjusted, and what really happened after the fireworks faded. So here's the setup. In December 2020, Detroit selects Akil Baddoo in the Rule 5 draft, basically telling the baseball world, we think this guy has big league tools right now. Rule 5 comes with a catch. If you draft a player, you have to keep him on your MLB roster, or you have to offer him back. No hiding him in the minors. And Detroit's reasoning was clear. Baddoo had speed, outfield range, and enough pop to make pitchers pay if they made mistakes. It was a gamble, but it was also the exact type of swing a rebuilding team can afford to take. Fast forward to April 2021. Baddoo gets his moment, and on the first pitch he sees in the majors, he hits a home run. Not later that week, not first month, first pitch, first at bat, gone. And if that wasn't enough, he follows it up with a late grand slam against Minnesota, and then a walk-off hit soon after. 3 games into his career, Akil Baddoo wasn't just a nice story, he was a phenomenon. Detroit fans love grinders. They love underdogs. And Baddoo had that perfect mix. He played with joy, he played with swagger, and he played like every inning mattered. Now, the rookie year wasn't all highlights. Pitchers adjusted, because that's what the league does. They found holes, they attacked patterns, and the scouting report got thicker by the week. But Baddoo still delivered plenty of, how did he do that? Moments, extra base hits, speed plays, outfield grabs, those long strides in the gaps that made the outfield feel bigger in Detroit. And more than anything, he gave Tigers fans something they desperately needed in that era. Hope, a reminder that the rebuild wasn't just numbers on a spreadsheet. Real players were coming, real stories were happening. Here's where the story shifts. After that rookie season, the Tigers roster started changing. More prospects arrived, more competition, less room for a player trying to hold consistency at the plate. Baddoo's next few years became the tough side of baseball life. Options to AAA, call-ups, sending him back down, bringing him back, and repeating that cycle. It's not glamorous, but it's real, especially for players who live in that depth plus upside category. And in Baddoo's case, injuries didn't help either. At different times, he dealt with health setbacks, including a hand issue in 2025 that required surgery and cost him time. When you're fighting for a roster spot, timing matters. Rhythm matters, reps matter. And it's hard to find rhythm when your season keeps getting interrupted, either by injuries or by roster moves. By late 2024 into 2025, Detroit's roster math got tighter, and Baddoo's role became harder to pin down. He was designated for assignment, outrighted to Toledo, and still battled for another shot. But eventually, after the 2025 season, he elected free agency. And then, new chapter. Akil Baddoo signs with the Milwaukee Brewers. That's baseball. Sometimes a player's best chance comes with a different uniform and a different set of opportunities. So what is Akil Baddoo's Tigers legacy? It's that feeling from early 2021 when a Rule 5 pick showed up and immediately made Detroit baseball fun again. It's the first pitch homer, the late grand slam, the walk-off, the electricity. Not every story ends with a statue outside the park. Some stories are about a moment, a burst of magic that fans never forget. And Akil Baddoo gave the Tigers exactly that. If you enjoyed this deep dive Tigers story, drop a like, subscribe, and comment.